With a new legislative session kicking off in Colorado earlier this month and a lot of voters questioning the direction of the Democratic Party after the November election, the first poll to ask voters about their concerns just dropped, and it's a bit of a reality check. Joining us now is Andrew Short, the executive director of One Main Street Colorado, a labor-led nonprofit that works on political issues related to the economy. Andrew, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me back, Jessica.
This poll is very interesting. You say it reveals that the Democratic Party needs to recalibrate its focus to what matters most to voters. So what did it reveal?
Yeah, so we conducted a poll with Keating Research, a gold standard here in Colorado when it comes to polling. We polled 1,225 folks across the state of Colorado. That includes some deep dives in areas like here in Denver, Adams, Arapahoe County, Larimer County, and along the western slope. And this poll was really much more like a focus group really than a poll even. We allowed respondents to give open-ended answers to questions rather than multiple choice questions on several of the issues. And voters screamed one thing: focus on the economy and the cost of living. This transcended party lines, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or unaffiliated voter. That's what folks want our leaders under the Gold Dome to focus on this year.
That is very interesting, and it's also it can be a little bit alarming because there's so many issues that are up for grabs right now. Did the poll give any indication of how voters want lawmakers to address the issue of the cost of living, the economy, inflation?
Well, over 52% of respondents that were Democratic and unaffiliated chose cost of living and housing affordability as their number one issue. So I think going into the next session, our legislative leaders should be looking at, how do we approach market-based solutions to our housing shortage here in Colorado? How do we focus on workforce development issues? And, make sure that we're keeping an eye on the economic impact of the big decisions that are being made there.
What does this poll say about the priority of social justice issues, gender issues that we've seen a lot of different legislation pushing to protect in recent years?
Well, voters are clearly saying pocketbooks over political ideology. They're sick of the partisan bickering. At One Main Street Colorado, we believe that economic empowerment is the key to addressing social issues, whether that's around women's reproductive rights or LGBTQ plus issues. That's what legislators need to be focusing on.
We've asked you a lot of questions about the Democratic Party. But did this poll reveal anything about how voters feel about Republican issues?
This is a wake-up call for both parties. I was driving down I-70 a few months ago with my mother. We took a look at the Aspens, right? And my mother said, put on some Neil Diamond. And I knew exactly what she meant. She wanted to hear Sweet Caroline. She didn't want to hear Don't Bring Me Flowers. Great song by Neil Diamond, but she wanted the top hits. And for voters of all political stripes, they want our elected officials focused on, again, the cost of living and housing affordability and high quality, good paying jobs.
Very interesting poll. Andrew Short with One Main Street Colorado. We appreciate you coming in and talking to us about it, and we look forward to further looking into the details. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And digging deeper, that same poll found immigration almost always one of the most important issues or challenges facing Colorado. Looking at the numbers, immigration was the third most important issue to respondents behind the economy and housing costs. 11% of people said they believe immigration policies are a reason Democrats lost some key races in the November election.